What is up, guys? Sorry, I'm in the dark. Let me try to put the flashlight on. Anyways, I've got this Xbox One that I've just fixed now. You can see it displaying on the OBS software over there. So it's loading up the software. Anyways, this is one of the wildest repairs that I've done. This console is designed to automatically shut down water protected insufficient ventilation or yeah, probably from the last shutdown because I switched it on without properly setting the heatsink on. Anywho, this thing came in as dead, no power. I'm sorry again. I've already fixed this, so yeah, but it might assist someone who's facing a similar problem. So yeah, as you can see, this thing is working. I'm gonna pause the video now, check this cover off probably the hard drive and DVD ROM so that I can show what I was working on, and hopefully it will help someone. Okay, so I've got the stuff off. I didn't bother really taking the heatsink off. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, when we plugged the charger, this thing was not giving 12 volts, so that was the biggest issue. Not 12 volts. And usually we assume that the main power rail is faulty. In particular, it has to do with the MOSFETs this side that supply the CPU, the APU, and it's usually the case anyways. So with this one, there was a little bit of corrosion over there. You can see I had to lift those MOSFETs, those two over here, and then yeah, reflow them, but that didn't solve the issue. So from there, I tried to look around the board and I could not see a problem at all, up until I managed to grab a couple of donor ports over there. Then I noticed that I was getting a short here, like 0.5 ohms. So I was getting 5 volts from here, from over there. I was getting 5 volts over there, and here I was not getting anything. So because of the size of this trace following it, going all the way like this, I just assumed it's ground, up until I managed to grab a donor port, and then I realized it's actually in 36 kilo ohms or something like that. It's not ground, it's supposed to be a positive line. So I tried injecting voltage. I couldn't get anything to heat up. So from 0.5 ohms it rose to like 100 and something milliohms. So yeah, it was still low resistance, but not the what I wanted, because I needed kilo ohms, but I was still in like 0 point something ohms. Anyways, I managed to lift that diode over there. I'm pretty sure it's a diode. I managed to lift it off. Still there was no lag. I lifted off this component, still no lag. The short was still there. So I ended up injecting voltage, but I had to increase the voltage all the way to like 3.6 volts. Even if it was on 3.6 volts, there was still 0 amp current draw there. There was nothing. But I was using a thermal camera, so it could pick up the slightest temperature increase, and I noticed that there was a little bit of increase somewhere over here. The moment I injected voltage, something would increase here. So I lifted off this component, and yeah, my short was gone. So this side it's ground right over here, and then on the output it's going through these resistors into the same power rail. So after replacing this component with one from those donor boards over there, that short is gone. And now when I plug a charger, this is what I get. Now I'll be able to do this. So we can focus on I think you can hear the fan from the power supply. It's already spinning there. So now when I do this, I'm getting 5.1 volts from that same power which was giving me a short. So I was getting 5 volts coming in and 5 over here, but I was not getting anything here. Now I'm getting 5.1 volts. And if I check the main power, see where is the secondary power rail. Say maybe over here. Where is it? Here. I'm just trying to find somewhere that I can measure 12 volts from. I'll probably have to switch it off and then on again. Anyways, once I started getting that 5 volts, I was able to get the 12 volts. Let me see. So yeah, you can see there I'm getting 12.5 volts if I measure it from this power rail. So for you to be able to get your 12 volts, you're supposed to get a 5 volt signal which enables that 12 volts. So I'm pretty sure if your issue has nothing to do with these power rails, with the MOSFETs over here that support the APU, and you don't have a dead short anywhere else, most likely it's either you have a short on your 5 volt power rail, or the 5 volt power rail is actually faulty in the sense that the components are dead there. So yeah, I'm hoping that this will help someone, and that it's a little bit educational. Anyways, cheers, I'll see you in another video. Bye.